Hi there. I thought I'd take a few minutes to kind of walk you through the week one assignment template. Now, this template is going to be your best friend as you're trying to complete all of the details that are required for this assignment. So, really pay attention to the prompt here as we work through it. And then I've got a series of questions that's going to walk you through the calculations, and I hope that helps. So, let's familiarize ourselves with the prompt. It looks like we're asked to work as a office assistant for a fashion designer. You can see that here. Our designer wants to know how the sale of the product has performed. And the CEO says a good investment is a 10% profit. Now, here's the nitty gritty. In the first quarter, the company sold 300 designer shirts. Each shirt cost us $12.50 to produce, and the full retail price was $45, but some of the shirts had to sell for reduced prices. Okay, so of the 300 shirts, we've got 100 that sold at 25% discount. Highlight this value here because that's the discounted price. And then 7 of the shirts were returned. I'm going to underline that and were resold at a 50% discount from the full retail price. Okay, so question one says, what was the gross sale for the full priced shirts? So for the full price shirts, you're going to take the number of shirts and multiply by the full price. Now, here's the hint. If 100 shirts sold at a 25% discount, then how many shirts sold for full price? Well, remember, there were 300 shirts total. So you're right. You've got 200 shirts selling at retail price. So you're going to take your 200 shirts and multiply by the full retail price. Now, to show your calculations, I literally want you to type 200 times and whatever the full retail price is and equals. And then watch the directions here. You showed your calculations, but you want to write at least 2 sentences here. Talk a little bit about how we do this, what's the process, things like that. Then you're going to keep going and ask about the gross sales for the returned shirts. So this is where I want you to take the price, the number of shirts that were returned, read the prompt closely, multiply by the price that the returned shirts. Now, I know they're returned, but they had to sell originally at full price. So I hope that helps you a little bit with that one. And then you're going to do gross sale for the discounted shirts. Take your number of discounted shirts, which I think we read up in the prompt is 100, multiply by that discounted price. Remember, we highlighted it at the top to help us remember it. Again, calculations and 2 sentences. Make sure you got both. That way we'll hit our word requirements here. Okay, and then step 4, gross sales. Now here's a tip on number 4. You've already done the math in 1, 2, and 3. You're going to be adding and subtracting pieces. I want you to think about which ones are subtracted, think about which ones are added. Adding and subtracted the answers you got from 1, 2, and 3 to get your answer here in number 4. Of course, we want you to show your calculations. So just write those numbers plus, minus, and so forth. And that'll take care of showing your calculations. Keep going here. What percent profit was earned? So on this one, this is where you're going to factor in the $12.50 it cost us for each of the shirts. So look at your total sales, gross sales that you did from number 4, and I want you to find out how much it cost you to produce the 300 shirts. Think about those 300 shirts. It cost us $12.50 each. So we're looking for what was our profit here. Number 6, this is the mode. At what price did most of the shirts sell for? Think about it. How many shirts sold at each price? The most common price that the shirt sold for, that's going to be your answer here in the mode. Again, 2 sentences to explain to us how you found that. And then number 7, what was the average price sold for the shirts sold? So this is where you're going to take your total sales and you're going to divide, and I'm going to put a little note here for us. This is going to be your total sales. Remember, that was in number 4. And then I want you to divide by the total number of shirts. Okay. So I put it in words. You can actually put it in numbers and symbols there to show your calculations, and that'll find the average price of the shirts sold. And then number 8, You're going to compare your answer for number 6 and number 7. Tell me which one's higher. Was the mode in number 6 higher, or was the average price in number 7 higher? You no math for this one. You've already done the math in 6 and 7. You're just going to analyze here. All right. Now the next part is the part I don't want you to miss out on, okay? You are writing a report, but don't let that scare you. 7 to 10 sentences. You're just going to think of it like a memo to your boss. Tell your boss about the calculations that we've done and how we can use those numbers to help us make decisions in our business. Are we going to buy more inventory? Are we going to produce more shirts? Are we going to change the price on the shirts based on what we found the information to be? So 7 to 10 sentences here. If you'll go ahead and word it just like you're sending it to your boss, you're going to be a-okay on this. So I love to give partial credit on this. There was report here, memo. Think of it like a memo. So please put anything that you can think of that you might want to tell your boss now that we have these numbers for our calculations. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I would love to answer those and help in any way that I can. Bye for now, everyone.